The cameras were rolling, the lights were blinding, and the air in the congressional chamber felt like it had been set on fire. Every seat was filled, every eye locked onto one man, Senator John Kennedy. He sat calm, collected, his southern charm wrapped tightly around a steel spine. Across from him, Representative Ilhan Omar leaned back in her chair, her arms folded, her expression dismissive. She had built her reputation on fiery speeches and relentless attacks, but today, she had no idea what was coming. The hearing had been scheduled as just another oversight committee session, one that many expected to be filled with shouting matches, partisan lines, and little substance. But whispers had already started circulating that Kennedy had something no one else did, something sealed, hidden, and deadly to the opposition's narrative. Classified evidence. And when he spoke, the entire room seemed to hold its breath. Representative Omar, Kennedy began, his voice low but sharp enough to cut through steel. You stood before the American people countless times, telling them one story. But here's the thing about stories, the truth has a funny way of catching up. He reached into his folder, the sound of shuffling papers echoing like thunder across the chamber. This right here is classified evidence. Declassified just this morning. Evidence that reveals connections you've never admitted, actions you've never explained. Gasps rippled across the room. Cameras zoomed in. Reporters scribbled frantically. Omar shifted in her seat, for the first time looking less like a confident firebrand and more like a deer caught in headlights. Kennedy laid the documents on the table, sliding them forward like cards in a poker game. These communications, he said firmly, show contacts, financial transfers, and meetings that contradict every single statement you've made under oath. His eyes locked onto hers, unflinching. Now, you can dismiss me all you want. You can insult, mock, and grandstand. But facts are facts. And this isn't politics. This is the truth. The chamber erupted. Some members shouted in disbelief, others sat stunned in silence. Omar's team scrambled, whispering in frantic tones, while she stammered, that's out of context. That's misleading. But her voice cracked, and the room knew it. Kennedy had drawn blood. What made it more powerful wasn't just the evidence. It was the way Kennedy delivered it, not with arrogance, not with cruelty, but with a quiet, devastating calm. He didn't gloat, didn't raise his voice. He simply let the weight of the truth do the destroying. You see, he continued, when you take an oath to serve this country, you don't get to play both sides. You don't get to betray the trust of the very people who put you in office. This isn't about left or right. This is about right or wrong. The tension was unbearable. Reporters were already firing off headlines. Phones buzzed. Across America, viewers